think it's excuses. Everything about me now tells me he doesn't want to fight, he doesn't want to fight, he doesn't want to fight. I don't know if it's mentally, physically, whatever it is, but yeah, he's doing the typical thing that all champions do when they get the belt.
Islam gonna come back around June, July, or May, who knows. After Ramadan, he will fight. Now, we're working on his next fight.
Garry has accused Islam Makhachev of ducking a fight with not just Topuria, but everyone in his new division. Garry doesn't think that Islam's hand is injured, and he feels the welterweight champ is doing this drama to avoid a fight, which he believes is a typical behavior of most of the champions.
Hand injury.
I don't have a hand injury. Islam. Yeah, I heard that too, but I don't believe it. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I can't imagine he hurt his hand in the last fight with Jack. So maybe he did it in horse riding? I don't know. I don't believe it. I think it's excuses. Everything about me now tells me he doesn't want to fight, he doesn't want to fight, he doesn't want to fight. I don't know if it's mentally, physically, whatever it is, but yeah. He's doing the typical thing that all champions do when they get the belt. They try and maintain their position, maintain relevancy by not fighting and staying inactive. When I fight, that all changes.
Topuria's manager also revealed they initially declined fights with both Justin Gaethje and Islam Makhachev. When the UFC followed up on Friday, they discovered Islam was injured, which opened the door for the Gaethje matchup to be scheduled. Machado Garry claims that Islam Makhachev is delaying their fight, asking for extra time to prepare. He noted that he had already respected Ramadan by agreeing to fight in April or May, but now Makhachev is requesting even more time.
What's going on with the Islam fight?
He needs more time. And his agent's talking out his arse.
Why is that?
Because Ali's full of little rat.
Why does Islam need more time?
I don't know. No, I believe Islam's ready to fight. I believe Islam's the very best this world has to offer as a fighter. But don't call yourself the pound for pound greatest on the planet and try push for more time. That's all. Anyone, anywhere, anytime. That's the baddest man on the planet. And the guy who lives by that mantra is me.
However, Islam has clearly said that he will start training and will be ready for a fight after Ramadan. A month ago, Islam even made it clear that he was ready to fight Ilya at the White House, but things didn't go as we expected.
You and Ilya Topuria, how do you look at that situation?
Yeah, I like this idea. If UFC want, I know a lot of MMA fans want this fight. I'm ready.
What about fight in White House in Washington? Do you thinking about that?
Yeah, also it's one of the arena where I'm gonna fight next, and we have the Ramadan month where I'm not gonna training 1 month, and after that I will slowly beginning my training camp, and I will be ready White House or as other dates. I will be ready.
Khabib Nurmagomedov has also provided an update about Islam's expected return. He made it clear that Islam will return to camp after Ramadan, with a fight likely around June or July, and plans for his next matchup are already underway.
Islam gonna come back around June, July, or May, who knows. After Ramadan, he will fight. Now, we're working on his next fight. It's like same goal, brother. Same goal. Stay on top, and that's it.
Meanwhile, Michael Morales has put cold water on Garry's dream as he claims that he's signed a contract to fight Islam Makhachev for the welterweight title, hinting at a shift in plans. Michael Morales said, "Sorry, Ian, Dana knows who really deserves the shot." Michael Morales insists he doesn't view Islam Makhachev as untouchable and refuses to put him on a pedestal. To Morales, Islam is just another fighter across the cage, not someone to fear or idolize. He believes hype disappears once the fight begins and is ready to treat the lightweight champion like any other opponent in his path.
No la pelean, o sea, no una amenaza, pero tampoco le tengo mucho respeto, que digamos, ¿me entiendes? Él es un deportista igual que yo, él es una persona igual que yo, sangre igual que yo, así que simplemente lo único que yo quiero es quitarle el título. Que él puede tener su legado, su historia, pero eso es de él, no es mío, ¿me entiendes? Lo mío es lo mío, yo he trabajado muy fuerte por lo que yo quiero y pues No le voy a dar ese respeto de que eres el campeón, todos los honores del mundo. No, yo quiero ser campeón, ¿me entiendes? Entonces, en mi cabeza está de que pues voy a trabajar muy fuerte para quitar el título a alguien. No me voy a poner a decir o a idolatrar a alguien que pues, todo el mundo lo admira.
Islam Makhachev also acknowledged Michael Morales, describing him as a bigger striking threat at welterweight than Ilia Topuria. He emphasized that Morales' power sets him apart, calling him a serious finisher capable of changing a fight with a single clean shot. Islam Makhachev questioned how Topuria's success at a lower weight would translate against naturally bigger, stronger welterweights, making it clear he sees Morales as the more dangerous opponent in that division.
Ну, я думаю, намного опаснее в том, если, например, брать именно панчера, тот же Моралес. Каждое попадание он людей спать отправляет. Если стоять перед ними и пропускать удары, каждый будет опасен. Но я не думаю, что в 77 что Топурия будет такой же опасный, как в 70, потому что там уже размеры другие, что и вес другой, и рост другой, что намного проще бойцам 77 будет драться с Топурией. И я не вижу никаких угроз для себя, если Топурия поднимется в 77. Я уже много раз повторялся, то я только за такого боя. Про что мы и говорили, будет большое шоу, фанатам интересно, и это будет в плане медиа очень большой.
Meanwhile, Islam Makhachev dismissed comparisons between his fight with Ian Garry and the legendary Ireland versus Dagestan showdown. He said that rivalry was on a different level, and he doesn't see his matchup reaching that status. In his view, the comparison is forced, and he doesn't place Garry in the same category.
Можно ли назвать бой с Гарри такой второй частью ирландско-дагестанского противостояния?
Как говорится, с Алиэкспресса, да?
Islam Makhachev revealed that he first heard about a potential fight with Ian Garry through media reports, not from any official UFC discussions. He emphasized that no formal talks have taken place and that his focus remains on the White House event, which he sees as the most likely path for now.
Кстати, вот если говорить про будущее, Ислам, сейчас практически все уже западные СМИ пишут информацию о том, что твоим следующим соперником станет Иэн Мачадо Гарри. Можешь подтвердить как-то это? То есть насколько от UFC уже была такая информация?
У меня, честно, вот только то, что в медиа я сам прочел, а так даже никаких конкретных переговоров насчет именно этого соперника у меня не было.
Javier Menendez broke down a potential fight between Islam Makhachev and Ian Garry, highlighting that Garry's unpredictable striking could pose brief threats on the feet. However, he noted that once the fight hits the ground, Islam takes control, forcing Garry to focus on defense rather than setting the pace.
He does well with Islam on the stand-up because he's rangy, he's tricky. All those, but on the ground he doesn't. He does okay, but he doesn't survive on the ground, I don't think. I mean, well, okay, he might survive 5 rounds, but he won't get the best of Islam on the ground. That I'm 100% sure about that. On the stand-up, he's pretty tricky. So one punch can change everything on that. One kick, one punch, one knee, you know. So that's a different story. But on the ground, I don't see him dominating. I see him surviving possibly. So yeah, I could see that. And then the takedown defense that he has is decent, but not great enough to stop Islam from taking him down. But again, you know, sometimes we'll go in there and we'll decide that we're gonna do this with Islam, and next thing you know, next round we'll say, okay, take him down now, or next thing you know, next round we'll go stand up, because he's that good. So we're not looking at going in any specific game plan for anybody because he's good everywhere.
Islam Makhachev also shared advice for Ian Garry after hearing that he even went to Georgia to improve his wrestling. Islam said trying to catch up in wrestling is a losing battle. He emphasized that years of MOUT experience can't be matched by a short training stint, regardless of coaches or specialists. Makhachev noted he's faced fighters who attempted the same approach before, and it made no difference, making the grappling gap too wide to overcome quickly.
Насколько ты считаешь, в Грузии ему могут помочь там подтянуть борьбу?
В Грузии? Ну, я не знаю, наверное, какие-то навыки он прибавит. Ну, я тоже не 2-3 месяца борьбой занимаюсь, я всю жизнь боролся. Так что я на это не обращаю внимания. Уже на протяжении последних моих, не знаю, сколько боев, кто-то кого-то привлекает в лагеря, там, зовут там каких-то борцов, там, Оливера какого-то сборника из Ирана привлекал. эффекта никакого. Так что не зря время не теряйте.
MMA Guru also analyzed a matchup between Islam Makhachev and Ian Garry, predicting that Islam would likely secure a decision. He acknowledged that Garry could create sparks with striking or a strong round, but his power isn't enough to seriously challenge Islam. Fans are cautioned not to overhype Garry. While dangerous, Islam can manage his offense without losing control.
I'm going to go with Makhachev over Ian Garry by decision, but I think Garry will like cut him open and like take a round off him or something, you know? Here's all I'm asking from Ian Garry. If you like tear Makhachev's ACL or some shit with a stomp, come on, Ian. Lose, but give him something that's going to make him weak and vulnerable for the next one. He is very hittable though. A lot more than it seems. And he's not as powerful as he seems. Yes or no, chat? The conceptions around Ian Garry's finishing potential is all from the Daniel Rodriguez fight. Head kick rocked him and then finished him off, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, watch out, anything he throws. You know, he can tag you and put you away. But I think fighters need to like start not believing in that anymore.
On the other hand, the fans were more excited to see a fight between Ilya and Islam, but they were once again left disappointed. Sean O'Malley believes the White House card should have been headlined by Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev, pointing to Topuria's achievements and arguing that this is the fight fans most want to see next.
Ilya is one of the greatest of all time. I think he's going to go down as, he knocked out Alexander Volkanovski, knocked out Max Holloway, knocked out Charles Oliveira, back to back to back, and knocked out 3 Hall of Famers in a row.
And do you think he would beat Islam Makhachev?
It's definitely possible. Those guys, number 1 and number 2 pound for pound in the world, I think that's the fight we need to see next. It sucks because Islam's probably not going to come back down to 155. Ilya going up to 170 doesn't make, he's not a huge guy. He's definitely, he could be walking around 185, 190. He's pretty thick. So I think that's the fight that I'd like to see. As like the White House main event.
Daniel Cormier admits it's tough to find 2 fighters in the UFC who match the level of Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria. He called their potential matchup possibly the biggest and best fight the promotion could stage in any weight class, noting that both are elite and few, if any, deserve it more.
I think that's the best fight. I think Islam versus Topuria might be the biggest, best fight the UFC can put on in any weight class, just because they're both so elite. I don't know that we have 2 better fighters in the UFC than these 2. And I think these 2 need to fight.
Furthermore, Jorge Masvidal broke down a potential Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria matchup, highlighting the high stakes on both ends. He said Ilia could use his speed and power to land big shots, noting he's faster and has unbelievable knockout ability. On the other hand, Masvidal praised Islam's ground game, pointing out his relentless pressure, submission skills, and ability to dominate opponents' legs without tiring.
I could see Makhachev taking him down and just like making his day very, very long at the office, or Ilya just getting in there and like just getting him on the hands and catching. Because Ilya, in my book, is like maybe 2 notches of speed above Makhachev, and the power is unreal. It's uncomparable. But Makhachev on the ground doesn't get tired. Can submit you from anywhere. And he's just so damn good at getting to your legs and making you work that even if he doesn't take you down right in the beginning, he's still taxing the F out of your gas tank. He's making you get tired, he's making you work. And then right when you think, oh, he's gonna go for a takedown, boom, he throws a shot. He throws another shot to your face and he gets to your legs. Like, I really thought, and I still do, Jack is like cream of the crop. His wrestling defense is not that bad. His striking is second to none, and he played with him. I was there live. That was bad.
Michael Bisping highlighted how unique a clash between 2 reigning 2-division champions at their peak would be, questioning whether MMA has ever seen a matchup like that. He suggested that a fight of that magnitude would instantly become historic.
Have we ever seen 2 weight division champions going up against one another in their absolute primes? I don't think we have. Whether it's in their prime or old damaged goods, I don't think we've ever seen 2 weight division champions going up against each other. It's never happened. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. But I really don't think that's ever happened. So this would truly be a one-of-a-kind, at a one-of-a-kind event, at the most desired fight night in the history of the sport. every man and their dog, every fighter, whether they're retired, whether on the fringe of retirement, whether they're recently retired, or whether they're at the top of the sport or not.
So the fans have to wait more because Ilya versus Islam now doesn't seem to be happening soon. But Ilya versus Justin is still a very good fight, and it will be very interesting to see if Justin can stop Topuria.
So now we can talk about it. The main event is in fact going to be Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje for the lightweight title. A unification bout, of course. Gaethje won that belt back on January 24th. Ilya is the man. He won that belt in June of last year, and he's coming back to fight in the main event of the White House card. So it's Spain/Georgia versus the United States on June 14th. That's the main event.
Meanwhile, Arman Tsarukyan brushed off the idea of Topuria facing Justin Gaethje, arguing the matchup isn't competitive. In his view, Gaethje wouldn't pose a real threat, and Arman Tsarukyan believes he is the rightful contender to fight Topuria for the belt.
Ilya versus Gaethje is a good fight, but like no chance to Gaethje. Ilya has a better boxing, and I think he's gonna knock him out. They just waste time, you know, waste my time. They gotta put me versus Ilya, and I'll take his belt, and easy money for me.
Charles Oliveira also admits that Ilia Topuria has a strong chance to knock out Justin Gaethje at the White House event. He also expects Topuria to move up in weight later in the year to face Islam Makhachev. Charles Oliveira said, "I think Ilia Topuria has every chance in the world to knock out Justin Gaethje at the White House, and at the end of the year, Topuria will move up to fight Islam Makhachev and vacate the lightweight belt." However, Paddy Pimblett pointed out that Justin Gaethje still has a real chance to upset Ilia Topuria. He noted that many fans have already written Gaethje off, but MMA is unpredictable and surprises happen.
And then my two mates in the main event, Ilya versus Justin. Ilya did say he was going to come back around this time, so June, perfect for him. And obviously Justin Gaethje said himself when he was fighting me, he wants to beat me and then go on to fight on the White House, and he's done it. You know what I mean? That's off to him. He said he was going to do that. That's a scrap. You know what I mean? They're going to come out and they're going to try and take each other's heads off. But everyone's already counting Gaethje out, and we've already learned you can't do that. I don't know, I've got a sneaky suspicion that Gaethje might pull off an upset here and surprise everyone. As you know, it's a fight. It's a fist fight. It can go either way. Anyone could beat anyone. In the White House, he's probably going to have a little bit more motivation to go out there and win because it's in front of his presidents in his home country. We'll have to see how that one plays out, because obviously it's big implications for the rest of the division. I'm obviously going to be watching that. I'll have my eye on that, but I'm going to be focused on whoever I get to fight next, and hopefully I'm going to find out the next few weeks when my next fight will be. And hopefully it's around that time. Hopefully it's around June, July.
So that's all we have from today's video, and you can share your thoughts about the Islam injury controversy and the Ilya versus Justin matchup in the comments section below. Make sure to subscribe to our channel as well to watch more updates about the latest UFC content.